In the summer of 2016, a story unfolded in France that was as improbable as it was historic. It was the tale of a team that stumbled through the early stages, gathered strength in adversity, and eventually conquered Europe. At the heart of it stood Cristiano Ronaldo, Portugal's captain, talisman, and enduring symbol of ambition. But in a final where he watched much of the game from the sidelines, his teammates carried the torch to glory. Portugal's Euro 2016 victory was more than just a football triumph. It was a story of resilience, belief, and national pride. Euro 2016 introduced a new 24-team format, adding a round of 16 and allowing some third-place teams to advance. While critics feared diluted quality, Portugal became the format's greatest beneficiary. Portugal qualified for Euro 2016 with 7 wins from 8, but their modest tally of 11 goals raised concerns about their attacking edge. Euro 2016 unfolded in France from June 10th to July 10th, with Portugal drawn into Group F alongside Austria, Hungary, and debutants Iceland. It wasn't an easy group, but with Ronaldo leading, Portugal were clear favourites, on paper. Before diving into the tournament itself, a huge thank you for the incredible support recently. Our channel has now passed 2,600 subscribers, and we're closing in on our goal of 3,000 by year's end. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep the momentum going. I'll be back in 2 weeks with a deep dive into Euro 2020. Thanks again. Portugal began their Euro 2016 campaign against debutants Iceland, who started brightly as 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐿 forced a double save from Patricio. Portugal grew into the game, with 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐿 testing Háldarsson and Ronaldo matching 𝐵𝐵𝐿's 127 cap record, setting up 𝐵𝐵𝐿 for a close-range header. Portugal's breakthrough came in the 31st minute, when André Gomes burst down the right and delivered a low cross for 𝐵𝐵𝐿, who slipped in at the near post to score his 19th international goal. But just 5 minutes into the second half, Iceland struck back. 𝐬𝐻𝐿 Gudmundsson floated in a cross, and Birkir Bjarnason volleyed past Patricio, netting Iceland's first ever goal at a major tournament. Portugal pushed for a winner. Renato Sanchez came on, becoming the nation's youngest player at a major tournament. Nani's header went close and Ronaldo twice threatened, once blazing over after a quick counter and twice misfiring from free kicks. It ended 1-1, a frustrating result for the favourites, but a landmark night for Iceland. Ronaldo was furious after the game and criticised Iceland's tactics. "We just try our best, keep the ball all the time, and Iceland didn't try anything. They would just defend, and playing on the counter-attack. It was a lucky night for them. We should have 3 points, but we're okay. I thought they'd won the Euros the way they celebrated at the end. It was unbelievable." Portugal's second group match saw Cristiano Ronaldo earn his 128th cap, surpassing Luís Figo as the nation's most capped player. Fernando Santos fielded an aggressive front three of Ronaldo, Nani, and Ricardo Quaresma, but Austria nearly scored first. Martin Harnik somehow heading wide from close range just 3 minutes in. Portugal quickly responded. Robert Alma saved Nani's early shot, and Ronaldo missed a golden chance after a slick move from Rafael Guerreiro. Nani then thumped a header off the post from a corner. Austria came close again after the break, with Stefan Ilsanker forcing a sharp save from Rui Patricio. Desperate to make his mark, Ronaldo tested Alma with a fierce drive and a powerful header, both denied. The crucial moment came in the 79th minute when Ronaldo won a penalty, but he struck the post. Moments later, he had the ball in the net with a header, only to be ruled offside. It ended 0-0, another night of frustration for Portugal and a goal still eluding their captain. Ronaldo spoke after the game. "Obviously, yes, it's a reason to be proud, reaching 128 international matches and beating the legendary 𝐼𝐵. But obviously I'm a bit sad, because this wasn't how I wanted to break this record. The most beautiful way would have been to win. Portugal's final group match against Hungary was critical. A win would guarantee qualification, but a draw would mean they would have to rely on other results. The game proved to be a thrilling, seesaw battle packed with drama. Hungary struck first after 19 minutes, when Zoltán Ģēra chested down a loose ball from a corner and smashed a stunning volley into the bottom corner. Portugal responded just before half-time. Cristiano Ronaldo slipped a perfect pass to Nani, who fired in at the near post to make it 1-1. The second half exploded. 2 minutes in, Balázs Zsuzsák's deflected free kick put Hungary 2-1 up. But Ronaldo answered almost immediately with a moment of brilliance, backheeling João Mario's cross into the far corner for 2-2. Hungary hit back again 5 minutes later, as Zsuzsák's shot took another deflection and wrong-footed Rui Patricio for 3-2. Yet the chaos continued. In the 62nd minute, Ricardo Quaresma whipped in a perfect cross from a short corner, and Ronaldo soared to head home his second of the night, 3-3. Both sides chased a winner, but the goal fest ended there. Hungary topped the group, and Portugal, with 3 draws, squeezed into the round of 16 as one of the best third-place teams. Still in the fight, just barely. Ronaldo spoke about the rollercoaster game afterwards. It was a crazy game. We were out of the European Championship 3 times, and we were always chasing the game. It was a difficult game, but the main objective was to go through. We qualified in 3rd. Portugal faced a tough test in the round of 16 as they took on an impressive Croatia side in what turned out to be one of the tournament's most tense and tactical battles. Early on, Pepe had a half chance, rising to meet a free kick delivery, but his header floated over the bar. Croatia responded through Ivan Perisic, who cut in dangerously from the right and fired a low shot just inches wide of the near post. The opening half, however, was essentially a chess match, tight, cautious, and devoid of real attacking fluency. Looking to inject energy into the side, Fernando Santos introduced Renato Sanches, and the teenager nearly made an impact with a drive from just outside the box. But he scuffed his shot, dragging it harmlessly wide. Croatia continued to probe, and Domagoj Vida came close when he nodded a free kick delivery just wide of the far post. After 90 minutes, remarkably, neither side had registered a shot on target, an unusual stat for such a high-stakes match, and extra time was needed to find a winner. Croatia began extra time with more urgency, but still couldn't carve out a clear opportunity. In the second period, Vida again rose to meet a cross but couldn't keep his header down. Then came Croatia's big moment. Perisic leapt above Pepe and powered a header that seemed destined for the net, only to see it crash off the near post. Finally, in the 117th minute, the deadlock was shattered. Renato Sanches sparked a lightning-quick counter-attack, carrying the ball forward and releasing Nani on the left. Nani whipped in a low ball across the face of goal. Ronaldo pounced, firing a shot that Daniel Subasic superbly saved. But Ricardo Quaresma was alert and alive, nodding in the rebound from point-blank range. It was Portugal's first shot on target, and it proved decisive. After a grueling 120 minutes, Portugal emerged with a 1-0 win, eliminating a Croatian side many had tipped as dark horses. It wasn't pretty, but it was effective, and the dream lived on. Pepe reflected post-match. It was a war. Croatia is very strong, but we were more united than ever. Sometimes it's not about playing beautifully, but winning. In the quarter-finals, Portugal faced a confident Polish side, and it couldn't have started worse for Fernando Santos's men. Just 2 minutes in, a long diagonal ball exposed right-back Cedric, allowing Kamil Grosicki to burst into space down the left. Grosicki then slid a perfectly timed pass across the box, and Robert Lewandowski made no mistake, smashing it past Rui Patricio to give Poland an early 1-0 lead, his first goal of the tournament. With the advantage, Poland drops deep, setting up a disciplined defensive wall. Portugal struggled to break them down. Ronaldo managed to carve out a shooting opportunity in the 27th minute, but his effort went straight into the arms of Łukasz Fabiański. It was 18-year-old Renato Sanches who would drag Portugal back into the contest. In the 33rd minute, he surged in from the right flank, exchanged a quick 1-2 with Nani, and let fly from the edge of the area. The shot took a wicked deflection and arrowed into the near corner. Portugal were level, and Sanches had announced himself on the biggest stage. The second half unfolded in familiar fashion, tight, tense, and low on clear chances. Poland created little going forward, while Portugal gradually took control. Ronaldo had 2 decent chances, but uncharacteristically failed to hit the target. Centre-backs José Fonte and Pepe also had headed opportunities from set pieces but couldn't find the net. Once again, Portugal's fate would be decided beyond the 90 minutes. Extra time offered few fireworks. Both teams appeared cautious, more afraid to lose than eager to win. So, it came down to penalties. Ronaldo opened the shootout with a confident finish, as did Lewandowski. Sanches, Moutinho and Nani all converted for Portugal, while Milik and Glick responded for Poland. With Portugal leading 4-3, 𝐽𝐿 Błaszczykowski stepped up under pressure. He aimed low and right, but Rui Patricio guessed correctly and made a superb save to deny him. The moment fell to Ricardo Quaresma. Cool as ever, he rifled home the 5th and final penalty, sealing a dramatic 5-3 shootout win for Portugal. They were one step away from the final. Renato Sanches, named man of the match, said, "I've dreamed of this moment. I'm young, but I'm ready. We all are." Ronaldo's remarkable moment of leadership was highlighted during the shootout. Moutinho has been selected to take a pen, but he seemed nervous and did not want to take it. Ronaldo then told him, "Come, you hit them well. If we lose, then screw it. Be strong. Come on, be strong. You hit them well. Come on. It's in God's hands now." The fairy tale run of Wales brought them to the semi-finals, where Portugal stood in their way. Inspired by Gareth Bale, Wales had captured hearts with their fearless play and unity, but now faced their biggest challenge yet. Bale looked determined from the start, nearly putting Wales ahead early with a clever set-piece routine. A short corner was rolled to the edge of the box, where Bale arrived with perfect timing, striking the ball cleanly, but dragged it just wide of the near post. Moments later, he led a blistering counter-attack and unleashed a shot from 20 yards, but it was straight at Rui Patricio. Portugal, meanwhile, was slow to get going. Their first real chance came near the end of the half, when Cristiano Ronaldo climbed to meet a cross, but powered his header just over the bar. Wales edged the first 45 minutes, showing more purpose and intensity, but crucially, they couldn't make it count on the scoreboard. That would prove costly. Just 5 minutes after the restart, Portugal struck. From a short corner, Rafael Guerreiro delivered a pinpoint cross to the far post. Ronaldo rose like a skyscraper and thundered a header past Wayne Hennessy. It was a goal of brute power and perfect timing. Portugal led 1-0. Wales barely had time to regroup before Portugal delivered another blow. Just 3 minutes later, Ronaldo received the ball 20 yards out and unleashed a low shot that looked off target. But Nani, alert and sharp, darted into the box and stuck out a leg, poking the ball past Hennessy from close range. It was 2-0 and Wales was stunned. From there, Portugal controlled the match with composure and confidence. They could have added a third, but the job was done. The 2-0 victory was not just their best performance of the tournament, it was also, incredibly, their first win in regulation time. Ronaldo spoke after the game, "We believed from the start. I've always dreamed of winning a trophy with Portugal. We're close now. The Euro 2016 final was set for July 10th in Paris, a clash between hosts and favourites France and the underdog warriors of Portugal. France had dazzled their way through the tournament, winning 5 of 6 matches, including a commanding semi-final victory over world champions Germany. Portugal, meanwhile, had battled and clawed their way to this moment, and now stood just 1 game away from history. The match began with a lively tempo. Cédric Soares lofted a long ball forward to Nani, who struck ambitiously but sent his shot over the bar. France responded quickly. Antoine Griezmann volleyed wide from the edge of the area, signalling France's intent. Then, in the 8th minute, a pivotal moment. Dimitri Payet clattered into Cristiano Ronaldo with a strong challenge. The Portuguese talisman was clearly in pain. 2 minutes later, Payet found Griezmann with a cross, but Rui Patricio brilliantly kept out the header. By the 18th minute, disaster struck. Ronaldo crumpled to the turf in tears. He received treatment and bravely returned to the pitch, but it was clear something wasn't right. In the 24th minute, his tournament, and perhaps Portugal's hopes, appeared to end as he once again went down and signalled for a substitution. Ricardo Quaresma came on in his place. Despite the heartbreak, Portugal held firm. France pressed forward. Moussa Sissoko unleashed a fierce shot in the 34th minute, but Patricio was equal to it. At the other end, José Fonte rose for a header from a corner but sent it over the bar. The second half began with more tension than action. Both sides looked cautious, aware that one slip could cost everything. The match was momentarily halted when a pitch invader sprinted onto the field, providing a surreal pause in the drama. France continued to probe. Kingsley Coman delivered a teasing cross, but Griezmann, usually so clinical, nodded wide from point-blank range. In the 78th minute, Fernando Santos rolled the dice. Young Renato Sanchez made way for the powerful striker Eder. Portugal nearly stole it in regulation. Quaresma attempted a spectacular overhead kick, but Hugo Lloris held firm. Then, in stoppage time, France came inches from glory. Patrice Evra's low cross found André-Pierre Gignac, who spun past Pepe and struck low, only to see his shot rattle the near post. The Stade de France gasped. It was the final kick of normal time. Extra time awaited. The first half of extra time produced few clear chances, but Portugal slowly gained a foothold. Their best moment came when Quaresma delivered a pinpoint corner and Eder rose to meet it, but his header was well saved by Lloris. Then the breakthrough nearly came early in the second period of extra time. Portugal earned a free kick from 25 yards. Rafael Guerreiro curled it brilliantly over the wall, only to see it crash off the crossbar. But moments later, redemption arrived. Eder collected the ball near midfield, muscled past Laurent Koscielny and drove forward. With defenders backing off, he unleashed a thunderous, skimming shot from distance. The ball fizzed low into the bottom corner past Lloris. The stadium erupted. Portugal led 1-0. France threw everything forward, but there was no way through. When the final whistle blew, the Portuguese bench stormed the pitch. Tears flowed of disbelief, of joy, of triumph. Cristiano Ronaldo, who had been forced off, returned to lift the trophy high. After years of near misses and heartbreak, Portugal were champions of Europe. Eder highlighted Ronaldo's leadership after the game. Ronaldo told me I would score. He gave me strength and positive energy. I believed it. This is for all of Portugal. Ronaldo described his joy after the game. I've cried many times before, but today is a special kind of tear. I always said I wanted to win something with Portugal. This is the happiest moment of my life. Well, that was how Portugal won Euro 2016. My next video will be on Italy winning Euro 2020, so if you'd like to learn more, hit subscribe.